I'm Haley McRady. I'm a managing director at HCA Healthcare, where we specialize in healthcare. We have over 2,000 sites of care across 20 states in the U.S. as well as the United Kingdom. Specifically work on our Accounting Center of Excellence team, where we're focusing on standardization and centralization of accounting practices at our hospitals.
I'm Cheryl Levesque. I'm a partner at Forvis Mazars. I lead our performance and process improvement service vertical. And with that, I manage our partnership with Trintech. Forvis Mazars is a top 10 public accounting firm, and we focus on assurance, tax, and consulting.
Some of the challenges that we have a current reconciliation tool that was homegrown and built by HCA. We're a healthcare company, we're not a software company. And so we have some brilliant people, some wonderful people that we made this tool. And I mean, it was 20 years old. It wasn't meant for the hospitals. So we were really looking for a solution that was going to help us to be able to customize it for the hospitals and not have as much of the manual work and manpower to take this old tool and make it to what we needed it to be. And so when we were evaluating tools, the ability that Trintech gave us to customize and specialize without much effort was huge. And then on top of that, we have one of our related entities within HCA Healthcare was already using this tool, and they had been for 14 or so years. And they've had nothing but great things to say about it and the ability that it's given them to specialize in their environment. I think it also just helped with the centralization and the standardization that we're trying to achieve within HCA Healthcare as a whole. That and then the user friendliness of the tool really just made it an easy decision, at least in my perspective of why to go with Trintech. We are such a large hospital, so thinking about why we wanted to engage Forvis Mazars to help us in the implementation, we wanted to do this right, and we want to do it right at the beginning. And so using them as a partner to come in and help us and evaluate what we wanted our environment to look like, and using the knowledge and expertise that they have with the tool to be able to help us and say, this is how some of our clients have done it, this is how we recommend doing it, and explaining some of our use case of how we wanted to perform these reconciliations and giving an idea of our environment really helped them come in and help us set it up and do it right at the beginning. So their partnership has been instrumental in the development of our tool to make it a success from the get-go.
Our role in the implementation of Cadency for HCA was their primary system implementer. They were implementing certification. We really kind of worked hand in hand together throughout the design and data gathering process, walking through what best practice was, what other clients were doing, and really making sure that what we were capturing was going to work for HCA. They also implemented dynamic account maintenance, and DAM is one of my favorite functionalities in Cadency. So we had a lot of discussion around what were the appropriate rules and how they could leverage that at HCA. Trintech was also a valuable resource if we came across anything that we needed from an environment perspective, or just kind of also brainstorming, hey, this is the scenario that HCA is trying to achieve. Let's think about what makes the most sense to do and recommend. So it was a great three-way partnership with HCA and Trintech. When I think about implementing Cadency and best practices, we like to think about standardization, opportunity to standardize, whether it be templates, thresholds, risk-based methodology. It just really makes Cadency and the R2R process flow better when you can standardize. We also implemented Power BI dashboards with HCA. Cadency has some great dashboards and great reporting, but a lot of times, clients like HCA, they want to slice that and dice the data in many different ways. And we worked kind of together to figure out what type of visuals they needed, what would be meaningful for leadership and management, and design that in a way that they can use that to really manage their day-to-day process, with Cadency being a support of the actual details.
We've started using it with our accounts within HCA and using it with our global capability network. And the benefits that we're seeing with that is, the auto reconciliations that we're already having with our dynamic account maintenance rules and eliminating some of that manual work and having standardization in the templates that are being used for the specific accounts. And then having the Power BI dashboard on top of that to help identify certain things such as the rejections of not only just looking at are the reconciliations being done, but being able to see were they being rejected? Is someone getting a higher level of rejections than others? Or are we seeing a theme in the types of rejections? And that's really helping us really get down into the details of how to make these not just complete, but accurate in the reconciliation.
In my role as leading performance and process improvement, right? You think about people, process, and technology. With that, I manage a number of our technology partnerships at Forvis Mazars. The way Trintech differentiates itself is it is a very partner-centric culture. They want to make sure their clients are getting the best implementation experience. So they partner early and often with us to make sure not only that we can get the software Cadency implemented, but we're also looking at the process and making sure we're not putting a bad process into Cadency. With that focus on partners, Trintech's really in there, what's the best for their clients, and making sure as a partner, if we do need something as part of an implementation or something, or just brainstorming, they're there to support us.
My experience working with Trintech and Forvis Mazars, I actually joined after some of the initial discussions and after the decision had already been made to go with Trintech. And so I was introduced to Cheryl and Ashley and team. And, I honestly, there for a minute was like, this is the same team. I didn't really realize that there was a difference until we started talking about Forvis Mazars so much. And then I made the connection of like, oh, they're the implementation team. They're working with us on this. But it really does seem like one team and how they work together and how they're partnering together. And I'm seeing that even more so here at Trintech Connect and how much Trintech leans on and works with their partners to help make this a success. Personally, I don't think this would have been near as much of a success if we didn't have the Forvis Mazars team to come in and help us evaluate and have as much intentionality in working with me and understanding HCA's business and understanding what we wanted to do and what we wanted to accomplish, and just bring all of the knowledge and experience that they have for us to make it a success, because you don't know what you don't know. And so there were things that I didn't even think about implementing. Dynamic account maintenance rules is the biggest one I can think of, but there's small things along the way that they just knew to suggest and to try and make it better, because they're not just trying to give you this product and land it in your lab. They want you to be able to use it and make it an effective tool for you and your company. Anyone that is looking to automate or make their lives easier, I would definitely advise them to utilize Trintech, utilize Forvis Mazars, because even through this, I've started to realize there are many more automation opportunities that HCA can engage in. I think we've been looking for that and trying to make things more efficient as a company, but being able to see what other companies are doing, especially here at Trintech Connect, and seeing people that are automating 50% of reconciliations or saving 60% of their time, I'm taking away things that I can say, okay, there's even more benefits. Even though we've started doing some of that automation with our dynamic account maintenance rules, there's definitely more. And so I would just advise people that if you're looking to make things better, to standardize and gain efficiencies and just cut down on some of that work time, Trintech, Forvis Mazars is definitely a great opportunity that I would encourage you to consider and to pursue for sure.
Advice I would give companies looking to maybe start their journey is just start, right? I think a lot of times companies wait for, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to clean this up. And, time just goes away and they don't really get to see the efficiencies that can be gained just from where they're at right now. So I would say don't wait, just start and take it one step at a time.
Future goals for HCA to continue our journey of implementation for enhancement. We just signed our statement of work to do the journal entry tool within Cadency as well. I mean, we're already getting some benefits from the reconciliations, and we're also utilizing our global capability network to book journal entries as well. A very manual process of tracking that. Very much looking forward to taking some of the benefits of the Power BI dashboard and the automations that we're getting with certification and getting that into the journal entry tool to help make our lives easier and make the lives of HCA's business owners easy as well.